As quilters, we are always inspired by our surroundings, whether it be seasonal changes, holidays, celebrations, whatever the case may be. There's always a good reason to make a quilt. And for me right now, it's about the fabric. I have some fabrics I've been hanging on to for a couple months, and I am so excited to get started. You see this one behind me. This is the heartstrings pattern I made last year, and I'll have that link down below. But I want to make a new version this year for Valentine's Day, and I have some fabulous fabric for that. But I also have collected a few other pieces, shall we say, collections, bundles of fat quarters that I want to share with you, and they are gorgeous. I know you're going to love it. I think you'll find some inspiration. We're going to share some ideas, and we're going to come up with some good reasons to quilt. I'm Lea Louise from Inspired Quilting by Lea Louise, and I am ready to get to quilting. Let's get started. With the new year comes some new fabric, and I'm anxious to show you what I've been sitting on for a couple months waiting to get started. I do receive my monthly fat quarters from the Fat Quarter Shop. I get the Bali Batiks every month. They have a number of different groups you can collect, which is pretty cool. I like it. But every month I get a dozen batiks that are coordinated in a particular colorway, and they're always used with some of the most favorite prints that have been popular over the years. Now, this is one I received in September. Some of these I've pulled fabrics out of, but I like to keep them intact if I only use a couple, and in their package with their label, so if I need more, I know where to get it, and what it's called, most importantly. Because a lot of times if you can't find it at the original place where you bought it, you can sometimes go online to, other like Etsy and such as that. A lot of times they'll have it. Now this is the Harvest Helpings, and I haven't even opened this. This is from October. I really like these colors. They're quite pretty, and I like the I would put more green in here. I like the teal, and I like this olive green, which is here as well, and I like the gold, but I want more green than gold. So I would probably look for some other prints that I could incorporate into this. And that's usually what I do. When I get a collection of fabrics, seldom do I use them as is. I either take a few of these and mix them with others, or find a few that I can add that I really like to make it be exactly what I want. Because not every collection is going to suit you. We all have preferences, and while some of these fabrics are wonderful and I know they'll be fun to work with, I just want to put a couple extra pieces that are going to personalize it to my taste. So don't ever feel like you have to use things as they are. You're the quilter. You set the ground rules. Now this goes back to back in June, but I love these. And I'm not a huge fan of purple, but there are some great prints in here. I like the navy blue. This is sort of like a black, but an eggplant and sort of this bluish green. And, there's some fun colors in here and prints that I really like. Oh, and those are some butterflies. I hadn't noticed that. And because there's a bit of blue highlight here and there, these little pastel pieces will work really good as contrast. And then I had this in my scrap pile and happened to remember it, and I thought, oh, that works great. Look at how perfect. And again, the greens. When I have colors that I'm not quite sure what I want to use, greens are a good go-to for me, greens and or blues. And in this case, the green, was what I had, and what I went ahead and put aside. And I put them together when I think of it, because when I go to look for this piece later, I'm not going to have any idea where it is. Now, before we get on, I do have two more Fat Quarter Shop bundles I haven't opened yet, but this is something I want to share with you. This is the Moda Sincerely Yours collection, and I bought it last fall in anticipation of doing something fun for Valentine's Day. And I knew it was going to sit aside for a while, but I wanted to buy it while it was still available. I've since gone online. I was going to put a link down below for you, but I can't find any. So I'm sure there are new collections out this year for Valentine's Day, but I really just love the look of these fabrics. And we've got, you know, the nice little low volumes, which will be great for background pieces, and some geometrics and prints, and some almost solids, which I really like using, and of course polka dots. Who doesn't love some polka dots? And a lot of these prints are replicated in different colors, and this is more of an orange than a red, like a fiery orange, and I really like that because it's not the yellow orange, and it works really good with the corals and the pinks. I like how they shaded these colors, and then we have some lavender and then some serious purple, which I like. And you know, I may have some others that I can incorporate into this, but again, I looked at this and these are beautiful and I love it as it is, but I want something to set it off just a little bit more. So at the time I ordered this green stuck out. You see these little greens in here? And I thought, what we need to find is something with more green in it. And so I found this. This is the Love Note. And how many this was in December of 21. Oh, so I bought an old collection is what I did. In 2021, December, this was what they shipped out. And I must have received it before and used it all, because when I found it, I bought it again. Oh, isn't that funny? I didn't realize it was a previous collection at the time. But I love these prints, obviously, now that I bought it twice. And what's great about these is you get 3 yards in a pack. You get a 1/4 yard of 12 different pieces of fabric. And look at how well this goes together. I mean, these salmony, peachy, pink colors couldn't be more perfect. Both these greens will work really well. And of course, there's a large floral. Most of these prints are very small, and I like to have a large floral or two in here. And so I'm kind of excited to pull all this together. Now, the other thing I did as well was I found coral. Was this? No, this was not a previous specific collection. This is just something the Anthology Fabrics put it together. And so it's one of their collections of Batiks. These that I get in the collections like this are Batiks. These are not. I used to only mix Batiks with Batiks. Not anymore. Now it's all about the fabric and the color and how well it works. But look at all this together. Won't that be beautiful? Oh, and I can't wait to show you the quilt that I'm going to make with it. It's called Heartstrings. If you caught a peek of the quilt behind me in the intro, that's the Heartstrings pattern that I have published, and that's the quilt that I made last year. And I used a different group of colors, and this is what I want to make out of that pattern this year. I'm really excited. The pattern is available online. I'm going to create just another layout, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I love these colors. I think it's just going to be so pretty. That one is mostly red and white. Reds with pinks and white in the background, not a lot of other colors. I think there may have been some green in there, but this one I wanted to, and you can see I'm pretty much on the same color scheme, but just in a different gradient colors. And I'm just excited to get started on this. So this is the one I'll be working on first, and I'll be showing that to you very soon. Now, this is something I bought just for fun. Let me move this out of the way. And this is Tonga Batiks by Timeless Treasure. It's their Fiesta. And this has, I think it has at least 12 fat quarters, if not more. No, there's more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 20 fat quarters. Oh my goodness. And I intentionally put this aside where I couldn't get my hands on it, because I knew, I'm going to push that over, it's creating shadows. I knew once I got into this, I wasn't going to be able to stop. But let's just take a peek, because I have not even opened this yet. Oh my goodness, look at that. These colors are just so bright and vibrant. So we have this yellow and that green, another green. Look at all the fun colors. I love multicolors like this. It just is such fun to work with. So here we have some flowers and leaves, and here we have some swirly dots and some hashtags. and some more kind of tropical leaves. But look at this. This is floral clusters. And I know there was another one of these. I think it was in the purple. And of course, dots. Dots are always fun. So here's another floral, the little clusters. Oh, here's one in a solid. These are my favorites. I love when the multis cross over like this. I just think they're so pretty. And this is geometric and some little splashes of color. So there's a lot here to play with. Ooh, that's a great red. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Oh, wow. I wish I had some of that to put in my Valentine quilt because that's a perfect red. It's so pretty. And this blue, I love how these colors just jump out. They're bold and bright and vibrant. And, oh, look at this multicolor with the purple background with the florals. This, I'm going to be making some kind of a tropical bright island quilt. That's what these colors remind me of, and I am really excited to get started. So this is really worth the wait. Oh my goodness, I don't know when or where or what, but it won't be far, and I know it'll be a pretty one because these colors are fabulous. All right, now let's check out the couple I haven't opened yet. You can see this box has been hanging around a while. I've just been stacking it up. Well, I can finally get rid of it now. And let's see what I have here. Just tear along the back. Oh, this is Christmas. Look at that. Ooh, love those reds. Now, they're beautiful Christmas colors, but that doesn't mean I can't use them in other quilts. I love these greens. Oh my goodness, let me show you. I can open this out a bit. And, you know, we have the pretty, of course, that's a poinsettia. Oh, there's another one here. Okay. So this is like a fern leaf and a poinsettia and little 5-petaled pretty flowers like forget-me-nots and some larger prints and holly berries. And this is a popular batik fabric that Hoffman prints. Oh, fun. Those geometrics, that can be really good as accents or dividers. And this is dotted poinsettias and holly berries and the lines and holly berries and just some fun green and red colors. So there's a lot I can do with this. I have to decide if I'm going to go Christmas and make a Christmas quilt for next year, and maybe I can show it to you this summer, or maybe something else. I'm not really sure. But at least I've opened it and I know what I have. So let's check the other one here. Here's the tail. And this one, okay, this is from November. Look at the teals. Oh my goodness. That's always one of the first my eyes tend to gravitate towards, the blues and the greens. Now these have some wonderful chocolate colors. The collection's called Sweater Weather, which is fun. But just some really nice chocolatey brown colors, and I like the what do I want to say, almost like tea stained background. It's sort of a beige, but then it has some darker almost like tea spilled on it. It's exactly what it looks like. Oh, this is pretty. I like this print too. I like that it's two-toned and it coordinates with the background. It's just really pretty. I've used this before in many, many different shades. It's wonderful. Oh, here's a fun one. It's the same print, different colors. Oh, this is pretty. I like that. That's a fun one, isn't it? That could almost go in my Valentine quilt as well because it has the greens in it. And I like because a fabric can bring in another color that just makes it more interesting. So, well, this collection is predominantly in this color scheme. Look at that. Every one of these colors are in here. Plus, we get the extra green and we get this sort of gold color, which is a nice accent for all of these. So, you know, when you're doing your fabrics and pulling them together, don't limit yourself to matchy-matchy stuff. You know, get in there and get get dirty with it. Get fun. Dig down. Oh my goodness, look at this. That's one to have fun with. Oh, I love this. That's sort of almost fuchsia pink. And oh man, this is great. Okay, here's a fun one. I could need to make a quilt just with that. Oh, and dots. And I love dots of different sizes. They just make such a nice accent piece. I have to show you that quilt back with the browns. It turned out so well, and I'm so excited. And this one, okay, I like this. I like the stems, and again, it has the two-tone, actually three-tone colors. Oh, how pretty. And this is the fun one that I like. It's done with a little different color, well, a very different color scheme, but it looks different the way that it's highlighted with the little flecks of gold and the browns and the sort of peachy tan colors. Oh, fun, fun. And here's a nice floral with some good color. Okay, yes, so this too is a winner. Oh my goodness. I have some fabrics that I can use to make some fabulous, fabulous quilts. And I'm excited to get started, but I wanted to show this to you first to give you an idea of what I'll be working on. So we have lots of quilts in our future. I hope you're ready, and I hope you have some ideas and some patterns picked out, unless you're just going to follow along and do what I do. But in the meantime, have fun. Go look for your fabrics, and don't forget your scrap pile and your stash. Oh, let me show you this one. You're going to get a kick out of this. I never know what to do with purples, so I keep a stack of them kind of close by. This is the top of one of my bins, and I have some different purple fabrics in here that I'm rather fond of, and just not quite sure where to put them. So, if you have a group of fabrics that you like and you're not quite sure what you can do with it, just keep them easily accessible and think about what you can do with it. This is just great fun. I love these colored stripes. It's dark, and for me, I have a hard time with dark fabrics. So I need to find light fabrics I can mix it with, where this can be more of the subdued background. But look at all these colors. Oh my goodness. Oh, and look at that when you open it. Oh my goodness. I love it. So you can see why I have this out and I want to use it. There's another one, this bamboo. I bought this bamboo in so many different colors. And this is one of the darker ones, of course, that I didn't quite know what to do with. And so I'm hanging on to it, but I love the colors in there. And there's just so much you can do with this. So maybe what we'll do is we'll make a quilt with this, and I'll put a bunch of fabrics together for it. And then we'll do another one with this and put some fabrics together and see what we come up with. That'd be fun. Kind of dig through the stash pile together and pull out some different ideas. I will go ahead and leave these out so we don't forget to do that. That would be great fun. And if you have ideas of a particular kind of quilt you'd like to see me make, or a pattern or something of that idea, let me know. I will definitely, give it a try and see what I can come up with. If you're looking for free patterns, all the major fabric designers have free patterns on their websites. Fat Quarter Shop is a great place to go to. I'll put their link down below. They have a lot of free patterns as well as some low-cost patterns, but they have a lot of beginner patterns, which is great. The other one I really like is the Art Gallery Fabrics. Art Gallery Fabrics website is going to show you all their fabrics, but you can't purchase from them. They are a manufacturer, and they ship it out to the other sites. And I buy mine at Fat Quarter Shop. But their site has an incredible collection of free patterns. Every time they come out with a new fabric line, they make a couple patterns using their fabrics. And it's a great place to get some fantastic quilt patterns that you're not going to see anywhere else. So those are two places for you to look. I know I've shown you those in the past. But for those of you who are new or you haven't seen it yet, definitely find your way or use the links down below and get some ideas there. All right, so here we are. I've got lots of fabric. I have lots of ideas. We have some plans together. And the first one I'm going to work on is this beauty right here. I can't wait to get started. Thanks for joining me. Always a pleasure having you follow along.